It's What's Up, the radio show. Hey guys, we are back. We're back with the What's Up radio show. Bringing the hot topics, letting you know everything you should know. We touching on everything in our timelines, everything that means something to us or to you. And we are into our next heavy topic, which kind of strays on from what we last spoke about in our segment.
Yeah.
We are discussing tonight, guys, the New Zealand shooting.
Crazy.
We shouldn't even be discussing something like that.
Yeah.
That's
the
my
fact
thing.
that it even happened.
The fact that it even happened. The fact that it happened not only in New Zealand, but happening everywhere. But if you just happen to not know what happened, we're just gonna bring you up on the story.
Okay, so they apparently have 3 people in custody, one of whom is charged with murder after at least one heavily armed shooter mowed down Muslim worshippers at Friday prayer, massacring 49 people in 2 New Zealand mosques while broadcasting a horrifying live stream of the terror attack. So, guys, don't watch the video. It's really
I haven't been able to watch the video. The video went viral.
Yeah. 28-year-old Australian-born citizen was in custody after claiming responsibility for the attacks in the Christchurch massacre and allegedly posting a white nationalist manifesto immediately before the murder spree. The man, who was not identified, was described by Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison as an extremist, right-wing, violent terrorist, and he is expected to appear in court on Saturday. He and 3 others who were detained, one of which who was later determined not to be tied to the attacks, were not on any watch list, and one was a woman, investigators said. These are the people who I would describe as having extremist views. They have absolutely no place in New Zealand and, in fact, have no place in the world, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said following the massacre. So that brings you up to scratch. There was a big shooting in New Zealand.
In a mosque.
In an area called Christchurch, which gave me chills too.
Yeah.
We've got an area down here named Christchurch. It's like, ugh. And the guy shot 49 people.
It's 50 now. The death toll is up to 50.
And he was streaming the entire thing live on video.
Yeah, so he had a camera attached to a helmet which he wore, and he busts in the mosque and he just starts shooting everybody, women, men, children
that were praying.
So
the defenses were completely down.
Yeah.
Quite like probably the guy that was at the airport. And the video, obviously he has a following, because the fact that he's streaming means that he has some type of follower, It was on Facebook, he put it, yeah. Yeah. And,
apparently Facebook had a real hard time getting it down too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to get it down. Which means that
it was probably up there for a prolonged time, that people could actually watch it, download it, share it. It went viral.
Thousands watched it.
And
a lot of people said it looked like a video game.
Yeah, guys.
He just went in and killing children and women. And
just a sidebar, like, check your kids' phones, check the memory of their phones, because these things, a lot of the times they don't even know what they're sharing sometimes. But these things kind of trickle down into, if your kids have their own little WhatsApp groups going on with their friends and stuff at school, it's good to always like go in there and just see what it is that they are taking in as well, because the way that was shot, like the video capture, I can see kids watching that there and not even understanding that this is real life.
Yeah.
Like thinking that this is
it's
probably
a video game.
A movie or something like that. So
not only that, but I think that we need to talk to the kids who have seen it.
Yeah.
Ask them how they feel about it, what's going through their mind, how, ask them about their emotions, because we leave our children to see these things and watch these things, and we don't address their emotions on these kind of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only that, but the media is really normalizing this kind of thing, desensitizing us.
This year has been weird. Normal. Like we talk about the sexual abuse cases, we talk about the abduction cases, the killing cases, the Ted Bundy. Like this year is opening up really, 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 really weird. We have a movie that's coming out with Quentin Tarantino, Brad Pitt, and Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and it's about the story surrounding Charles Manson. I don't know if you guys seen it on the radars.
No, I haven't
Charles
seen
Manson's
that one.
like another
Serial killer.
Well, yeah, but he's charged for killing people, but never really physically killed anyone because he's more like a cult leader.
Yeah.
I learned all this here today through Babe because he's always going down the rabbit hole and research all these things.
Yeah.
But then you're doing a movie about those stories. Why are we like bringing life to this energy? Because I feel like it really does bring life to an energy, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, what happened in New Zealand was really, really gruesome. Like, it was heartbreaking. I had to take a break off of social media for a bit because it was a little bit too much.
I couldn't watch the video.
Especially seeing like loved ones and, you know, people that live in around the area like crying and prostrating themselves. I just couldn't handle it.
I didn't watch it too because of that part especially. And you know, the media, like they love to zoom in on somebody in the corner crying and wailing out, you know, holding the belly, and that imagery adds to, you know, it's all a mess. And that's no different to what happened in Charleston church shooting.
Yes,
with the white guy, the young guy. He went to the church and killed all those black people,
praying, worshiping and praying
again.
And it seems like people are speculating that the hand signs, the gestures that he was making with his hands in the pictures, this guy here from the New Zealand shooting, that he was putting up white supremacy or white power gang type signs, and it's the same for the Charleston shooting again that you just mentioned, because I have pictures with him with the Confederate flag, and so it comes down to this whole racial agenda again, this race war. It seems to be very real.
Still very much racial tension.
It's very, very real thing out there.
But why is it still so real though? Why are we still dealing with this in 2019? Why are people still killing other people because of their religious preferences? Why are we even killing people for their sexual preferences?
Because I can play devil's advocate, and they think that they're doing the world a favor.
You ain't doing me no favor,
that's
buddy.
Kind of like
I'm letting y'all know now.
The sickness that Hitler was grappling with as well. You know what I mean? He was a vile like man. The method that he took to like do what he did with you know, the whole Holocaust is thanks to him.
Yeah.
But in his sick, twisted mind, he really thought that he was doing the world a favor, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his mental illness was dictating his thoughts, and he thought that, you know, that sect of people were truly the pestilence of the earth. There are people that really see these other people, and it was for us too, black people, we still going through that today.
Yeah.
And they see us as like the pestilence of the earth.
And by getting rid of us, they're curing
there
the earth.
There are a lot of amazing white people out there that may be doing a lot of work too, a lot of humanitarian work to reverse a lot of the things that, you know, have been done to humanity on a whole, not just black people.
Definitely.
They just want to, but at the end of the day, that way of thinking has not changed much. That narrative hasn't really changed much, and that's what's scary when you see things like this here playing out in New Zealand. And it happened twice in New Zealand, not just once.
Last time was in 1999, 1991.
It's scary when you think about what's going on in Venezuela. Like, you know, we didn't get a chance to really touch on it because we really want to get our points together before we really dig into that. But like, you're refusing aid, like no one can come help. And it touches on a topic too. If you were to see the shooter in regular clothing and
one of the people he killed that were in the mosque praying
in their regular clothing, which would be regular clothing for us, that would be their hijab and, you know, their vibe. If Jess with the mess, for example, was to see the two of them in a different environment, who do you think she would have suspected was the terrorist or the two of them?
The person with the hijab.
We have to stop doing that. That brings me back to that old point. Sorry, guys, I kind of digressing a bit.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that's how scary the whole war is.
Yeah.
Because the people that we're supposed to be looking at with a cautious eye, we ain't even check it for.
But you heard the man wasn't on any watch list, any terrorist watch list or anything like that, the Prime Minister said, from Australia. So he was on any watch list at all. Nobody was really like checking for him. Nobody was alarmed, you know, and he just slipped right through the cracks and did what he had to do.
I don't know, man. I'm just wondering if it's an agenda that's being like unfolded that we don't know about.
But how do you tell yourself, like, okay, I do not like this subsection of people, I'm going to go kill all of them?
And he really went with the intentions of killing all of them, Simona. Because he had a car parked up round back with, like, you know, backup guns and backup ammunition and bombs
that they're still trying to defuse. Right now, as we speak, they got one defused. They're still trying to defuse the other one. I also heard there's some part in the video that depicts when he comes outside and he runs a lady over with his car. That's another video.
Do not watch the video. Do not watch the video. I cannot stress it enough.
I refuse to watch it.
Too much.
I just know what happened in detail from people around me discussing it, but I can't get that watch.
It's a little bit too much to take in. It will scar you. It will taint you. If you have kids that they may have watched it, I suggest that you talk to them, counsel them, think about some therapy. It's not an impression that you want left on you. Let's just say that. It's definitely not. Rest in peace to, you know, all the lost ones in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And as cliche as this may sound, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to the loved ones that will need the support right now.
I think it's just happening too much. And it also reminds me of the nightclub shooting in Miami.
Yes. And that was
that gay club.
That was homophobic.
That was a homophobic
charge.
Yeah.
Another type of hate crime as well too, where you people think that if they're not living, how can you do that?
How do you? I don't know.
Just because they're not living the way you want them to live, you can just take them off of the face of the earth. That is
what part of your brain clicks and tells you, you know what, I'm gonna have to go and take out all these people. That's my job. That's my purpose here, to go and
life. Yeah,
to go and cleanse the earth of these other people that aren't living the way that I think they should be living.
There are people out there.
That's rude. That's rude, man.
There are people out there without God complex.
Like, how dare you, though?
It's a God complex.
It is a God complex.
Yeah, though. And there are people out there like that, with that complex. Hey. Anyway, guys, you're listening to What's Up. We bring any topics. We have another hot one coming at you. I think we're going to take a really quick break after this topic, just change the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We still got like about 10 minutes with you guys. Yeah?
We'll be back in a minute.
Okay.